Hello, I hope your day is going well. I, of course, am still in the hospital, so talking to you from my hospital bed. I'll tell you a little bit more about me a little bit later, but I wanted to mention today, it's only been about a week that I talked about the fact that there were 80,000 deaths from COVID in the United States. And here we are today. We're passing today 90,000 in just around a week's time. 90,000, 10 more thousand people die off of this disease. It's just a terrible, terrible thing. And the approach of it, there's some positives, there's some negatives, certainly concern about what will happen. Today we're told about the possibility of one vaccine because it has some good results with one group, but yet that it'll still take a long time in order to go through the different processes for approval. I don't know how they might turn around and try and do things to that trial process and to shorten it, to put a drug out there. I don't think I would be happy with them doing that, but it won't surprise me if that is how it's done. And one of the things that is occurring is in some of the considerations about what the administration has and has not done, time loss and lag, all these kind of things. And in that, there was an interview with Peter Navarro, who is in the high up in the Trump administration, about the virus. And it's very interesting of some of the things that he was saying. One of the excuses that he was providing was how that if there was action taken, that there would be corresponding deaths, like if the action was to continue the lockdown, then what he's saying is that there would be corresponding deaths by increases in drug use, suicides, depression, all of these things that really he was using in order to say, well, no, we have to go ahead and try all these things, open up the country, this kind of thing. So I decided to look into it. And what I found was, and this is from an article in the Daily Mail, and the article, let me pull it up here. The article says, suicide, drugs, and alcohol deaths hit record high. Report reveals those causes killed 150,000 people in 2017, more than double the rate in 1999. This is an article of March 5th, 2019. So just a year before all of the lockdowns occurred. Interesting thing from that, however, is that, and certainly the evidence is there, that when there are times of great difficulty like this, the shutdown, then that can cause people to become increasingly concerned, stressed, and then that the result of those stresses can be increases. But the thing that's important to see is that the numbers that you're talking about is that for 2017, the number being 150,000. And the thing is, what is not, it's not properly considered that 150,000 deaths in 2017, and then you have the lockdown. You're not going to double that amount. It's going to increase factors, yes. But you already have a base amount of people who are going to die from suicides and depression and alcohol abuse, because that's what's been happening over years. They have the chart is there year by year basis from 1999 through 2017. So yes, you're going to increase, but you're not going to increase it by 100,000, 150,000. So then saying that a reason to open things up is because of all of the deaths that are going to be caused, they don't correlate one for one. The one death that you prevent from the lockdown does not mean that then you cause another death by alcohol, depression, and suicide. That doesn't work. That's not how that happens. The factors are going to be increased, and so you would have some kind of uptick. I absolutely agree with that. But it does not make a valid argument. And Navarro should know this and should not be making this argument that there's going to be the corresponding results, because that's just not what happens. And so I certainly encourage you to look at this article. It's from a report. It's not just a newspaper article. But it was in the Daily Mail, as I said, March 5th, 2019. And so the report that it's in is from the report Trust for America's Health and Well-Being. Trust for America's Health and Well-Being Trust. So that's the whole name of the thing. So by all means, when you're thinking about these things, don't be fooled by all of these statements about, well, you're going to cause just as many problems. Well, no, that's not always true. It may be, but well, then let's look at the facts. And sadly, there's just too little looking at actual facts by so many different people, and frankly of the administration. Coming from the top, he's become the famous joke about it. So anyway, I trust that you will be able to think about these things, what is going on. I hope your life is better today. And as for me, I want you to know that my COVID test at least came back, and I'm negative, so I can be personally glad for that. At the same time, if I was going to test positive, then I would have liked to have had it done during the time that I was in hospital. That way, then I'm close as can be in case some kind of a problem. But looks like my time is not now for it. Anyway, you take care, have a good day, and I will talk to you again.